Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the DeLuz Brothers, where we talk about all things politics, culture, media, you name it. We're talking about it right here on the DeLuz Brothers. I am Craig DeLuz.
And I'm David DeLuz.
Now, as you notice, David's background is a little bit different. He is currently in Atlanta in the ATL, kicking it.
That's right. That's right. I'm here at the National Coalition for 100 Black Women annual conference, their leadership conference. I'm here with my wife, Denise. We're having a great time. We're really excited about everything that's going on right now. So I'm just chilling here in the ATL. We've got family here, so I'm about to hang out with them when we're done.
Well, bro, I hope you are having a good time. I'm glad we're able to actually still get this this program out this week. So, all the buzz is about impeachment. It's about having these impeachment hearings.
Yep.
Now, I will throw this out there just real quick. Number one, I told you this was going to happen before the election even happened, didn't I?
Well, we all knew it was going to happen.
Yeah. Well, you knew it was going to happen because, since the very beginning, Democrats have been like, well, I don't know if he did anything wrong, but we're going to find something because we're going to get his butt kicked out.
Craig, Trump can't help himself. We knew it was just a matter of time.
All right, so
the fact that he started with keeping control of his businesses while he was still in office was going to be a huge conflict.
Well, okay, so let's go, my brother. And I just want to give you an opportunity to make at least an opening statement, to make a brief kind of, and I say brief in the way you can be brief, kind of an opening as to what you see in this whole impeachment thing, okay, and where they're at right now. So, brother, the floor is yours.
Well, thank you, Craig, for giving me the opportunity to talk to America about what's going on right now with the impeachment. Now,
okay, that's enough. You're done. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, bro. I'm kidding. Go ahead.
Anyway, so look, right now, as we speak right now, we have the former U.S. ambassador to the Ukraine, Ms. Yovanovitch, testifying before a House committee to talk about her experience as the U.S. ambassador and the circumstances surrounding her recall as ambassador. We've got all this other stuff going on around Rudy Giuliani and these Ukrainian nationals who contributed large sums of money to congressional campaigns and independent expenditure campaigns, which, by the way, is all illegal. And now you're finally in a situation where all the energy that's been swirling around this president regarding his disregard for the rules, for the rule of law, are now all coming home. It's all now coming home to roost. And so now you've got polls all around the media spectrum, including Fox News. Fox News is now saying that a majority of Americans believe that President Trump should be impeached and removed from office. And you could disagree with the polls all you want. At the end of the day, the interests of and the attitudes of Americans are actually shifting in favor of having concerns around this particular case.
Well, okay, so there's a couple of points where I'll disagree with you, and I'll try to work my way backwards on some of those points, in case you didn't know that I would be disagreeing with you. What I'll say is this: first of all, what the polls are showing is they want to see the impeachment hearings go forward, and part of that has to do with the fact that, which is kind of like where I'm at. Look, I want to see the truth come out, and right now, if there's no impeachment hearings, under impeachment hearings, well, right now, the way it is right now, only the majority of the people who run the committee, they're the ones who decide who gets subpoenaed. They're the ones who decide who gets to testify. They're the ones who control the questioning and all of that.
It's like the grand jury.
Once there's an impeachment process, well, even then even the minority party, those who are in the minority, actually then get a chance to call witnesses. They actually get a chance to drive investigations and things like that. So I think that one of the things we're going to find is, I'm not saying we're not going to find any dirt on Trump or the Trump administration or on Republicans, but I'm saying we're probably going to find, we're going to find dirt on both sides, which is once again going to be kind of interesting to see, but we're going to get all of the information. And I think that that what they went forward with, once again, is unsubstantiated. And what they're trying to do now is they're trying to now that they've made the accusation, now they're trying to hunt for the evidence. And they've got not just the House investigators that are looking into it. They've got CNN, MSNBC. They've got the New York Times. All of them are out there digging up whatever they can dig up. And it was funny. And I think David will agree with me. So we were talking about this indictment that is going forward on these 2 Ukrainians or Soviet nationals that they're now calling Ukrainians, and stuff that they did. And it's funny because CNN has this whole investigation that they're doing, and they're like all this stuff, right? And David's like, okay, well, this is it right here. Yet nowhere in the entire thing is Trump mentioned, is Giuliani mentioned, is anything. And there's this whole big conspiracy thing to try and tie it back to Donald Trump. And the closest that they get are contributions to a political action committee that agrees with Trump. Is the closest that they're able to get it. But and I will tell you, like I told my brother offline, it's so bad. The ties are so tenuous that even CNN didn't put this on their front page.
Greg, Linda McMahon, who's one of his biggest supporters, is the head of America First. Sean Spicer, his former press secretary, works there at America First. Craig, at some point, the dirt from all the people that's around you, the mud that all the people that are rolling around, the pigs rolling around in the slop, eventually it's going to get on you. And that's my problem, is that I don't believe that any of these people were operating in Trump's orbit without his knowledge and consent. And so I believe that this is not just something where you've got these rogue actors that are going out and doing things that are inappropriate or even illegal without his knowledge or consent. I believe he knew it, and I believe he condoned it, if not directed it. And so let me say this. I do agree with you that what you're going to end up seeing is you're going to end up seeing Democrats are going to get damaged in this. And that's why I believe you saw Nancy Pelosi really kind of delaying as much as she could this whole idea about going directly into impeachment, because she knows her own caucus was going to get hurt.
Well, exactly. You know, in the end, what's it saying? It's not what you know, it's what you can prove. Right. And I know you believe that. And right. I understand why you believe that, because I know how you feel about Donald Trump. Right. Having said that, I also know that it comes down to what specific ties can be made to specific actions that are impeachable.
And Greg,
and what I've seen, even in this,
that's why you want the evidence. That's why you want to have the hearings, so that you can get the evidence. I agree with you. I believe that there should be a vote to move forward with these proceedings. Go ahead and let the minority party call their witnesses, do whatever they want to do. But I think at the end of the day, this is going to really hurt the Trump presidency. It's going to hurt the Republicans a lot worse.
David, if it does move forward, the interesting thing is going to be is that it's not just going to hurt. It's going to hurt a bunch of the candidates, because a bunch of your leaders in the campaign are senators. So guess where they're going to wind up? They're going to wind up in hearings instead of being out on the campaign trail. Mm-hmm. And not only that, I think you have some people who are deciding not to do this, maybe because they're as closely aligned to some of this stuff as they would have you believe Republicans are.
Greg, and I like you put country over party.
Oh yeah.
And if there's anyone, I don't care who it is in the party. If it was President Barack Obama, mm-hmm. and he was doing dirt and he did something illegal, he should be held accountable for that.
Well, it's
So,
funny you say
what
that
do you
because I actually said that in a Facebook post. I said, look, I believe it needs to go forward because here's the deal: either it's going to be proven, or either it's going to be proven that the president did something illegal, and it's going to be proven and laid out there, and justice will be done, or the truth is going to come out. He didn't do anything, and that this is all a witch hunt, and we're going to know exactly who the witch hunters are, and it's going to strengthen his reelection campaign, and justice is done. Either way, justice is done.
Right. That's all I want.
Right.
I want justice to be done. I do not want to have a president leading my country that is unscrupulous, that is a crook, or is someone that is shady, someone that is not doing the will of the American people, putting his own personal interests above those of the nation.
And those are, by the way, those are all personal slights. Here's the thing: I don't want a president who's going to break the law while in office.
But Craig, putting your own personal interests includes doing the bidding of.
But David, keep in mind, you voted for President Clinton, and you could make the same accusations of him.
What did he do? What did he do?
What did Clinton do?
You impeached President Clinton because he
for lying under oath.
He lied
for lying under oath.
A blowjob.
He lied under oath he lied under oath in a federal investigation. I'm sorry. Let's be clear. All right. So you go tell every single one of the Me Too activists. You go tell them that actively deny, first sexually abusing, if not, in some cases being accused. He's been accused of actual rape. But if you think that's okay, and that's presidential, and the man shouldn't have been impeached, okay, I get it. Greg, you guys hear what David is saying?
Great. Oh man, no. What I'm saying.
That's what happens when you cut me off, bro.
No, you're not going to do that. You're not going to do that.
Hold on, let me cut. How can I cut off your sound? Go ahead, man. Go ahead. I'm listening.
What I'm saying is, you impeached the man for lying about a personal matter, and yet this guy is making money hand over fist when he shouldn't be doing it. He's going to his own resorts, making money off of his presidential trips to his own resorts. Craig, that's crazy. That's crazy, and it is illegal. It's a violation of the Emoluments Clause. It's a constitutional violation, and yet you guys are silent on that. You're not saying anything about that.
David, all I know is you're making an accusation that only the Trump haters are making. These are not actual charges that are being put out there. The problem is, once again, I can't trust any, and this is the problem. This is the place that CNN, MSNBC, the New York Times have put anybody as. You can't trust any accusations made by anybody at these organizations, because time and time again, they've had to go back and retract statements. They've had to go back and update stories without even bothering to do retractions, because they flat out lied. It's all anti-Trump all the time, and it's more political commentary and hate than it is actual news reporting. So I get what you're saying. And if what you're saying is true, then that's one thing. But the problem is, I can't believe what's being reported.
Well, Craig, I think that we are. Would you agree that this has been a monumental movement from sort of the status quo conversations that we've been having about this? I think now it's really started to get real on both sides. So I really think that it's put up or shut up time for the Democrats. And I think that at this time, we're going to see the Democrats fish or cut bait. They're either going to win or they're going to go home. And I think only time will tell what's really going to happen.
No, I definitely believe you're correct. Time is going to tell. I think in the end, if this put it to you this way, if in the public's eyes, if the information that is put forward is not credible, it's going to hurt Democrats. Period. I mean, let's just be real. I don't know let's put it this way: unless you catch him with the smoking gun in his hands, Republicans are not going to impeach him. I mean, they'll impeach. When he gets to the Senate, he's not. I mean, I'm talking political reality.
No,
right?
No, you're right.
What are the chances of him actually being removed from office? Unless the evidence brought up in the hearing in the House hearing is so damning, I don't see that he winds up getting removed from office. Right. So it's going to come down to making the case, and we also know that no matter how loose the evidence is, no matter how much full of BS the Democrats are, we all know that they're going to vote to impeach him in the House.
And we all know no matter how credible the evidence is.
I just said that. No, I just said that.
The Republicans won't vote to impeach him.
I'm sorry. I just said that.
No, that's not what you just said.
I said when it gets over to the Senate, when it gets over to the Senate, he will not be removed from office unless, like I said, unless it is hands down, like I said, he gets caught, with the smoking gun in his hand.
Yeah, well,
he's not going to get removed from office. So what it's really going to come down to is the credibility of the evidence as offered, the ability to be able to argue for or against that evidence.
Given the character of the Republican caucus in the U.S. Senate, I would say even if he's caught with the smoking gun in his hand, it'll be a 50-50 toss-up whether or not he gets impeached.
You know what? I'm looking at the Republican caucus, the Democratic caucus in both the House and the Senate, and dude, you have absolutely no reason, no credibility to talk about anybody's ethics, morals, or values. Okay. I'm sorry. Absolutely, positively, there is no credibility in the Democratic Party when it comes to their leadership and those who lead their caucuses. Absolutely none. Zero.
Well,
and it's sad, but that's the fact. So for you to make the accusation regarding the Republicans, once again, that's just, to me, that's the pot calling the kettle black.
Well, Craig, let's just come back next week and we can find out where we're at, and we'll continue this conversation.
Yes, we're going to have to definitely see where we're at. I don't want to talk about impeachment next week. Let's start. We'll find another topic to talk about next week, but we definitely will revisit this subject.
Okay.
Agreed?
Agreed. All right.
Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. We really appreciate you guys. Please make sure, like and share. You can find us at facebook.com/DeLuz Brothers.
Yep.
We also find us on YouTube. But please make sure you guys are following us. We don't just debate here on video, but we also debate online.
Yeah, we do. So check us out.
Like and share. You guys take care. Have fun and stay safe.
Peace.